Destiny Payton was already in a vulnerable place when she found herself connected with Lance Fletcher. She had just gone through heartbreak after her ex-boyfriend moved on and even married her ex-producer. That left her hurt, embarrassed, and really needing to feel wanted again. And when you're in that space, it's easy to latch onto someone who makes you feel special, even if deep down you might not really see a future with them. Lance came into her life right around that time, and a lot of fans felt like Destiny was just looking for a rebound, someone to distract her from the pain she was carrying. And honestly, who can blame her? But here's where things start to get messy. Destiny thought she was building something with Lance, but little did she know, he was already dealing with another situation that would completely blindside her. Lance had a baby on the way, and instead of being upfront about it, he let Destiny believe something totally different. In fact, she thought the baby belonged to his underage daughter because of how confusing and suspicious things looked from the outside. Imagine that Destiny out here thinking the baby wasn't his, but somehow tied to his child, which would make anyone lose their mind. And she did. She was jumping on social media, clapping back at people, going into people's comment sections, even cussing folks out. All while she was the only one in town who didn't know the truth. Everyone else, including the Fletcher family and even the Scotts, already knew what was really happening. Now this is where Nell Fletcher comes in. Nell wasn't just some stranger to Destiny. These two had history. Their friendship went back years, long before Love and Marriage Huntsville ever came on the air. Destiny used to hang out at the Fletcher home. They were connected as friends, and Nell herself confirmed that they knew each other well before cameras ever rolled. So when Destiny ended up dating Nell's son Lance, the lines between friendship and family started to blur. And that's where people are divided, because some feel Nell owed Destiny the truth as a friend, while others believe her loyalty would always belong to her son, no matter what. Think about it for a second. If you had a son and one of your friends started dating him, how would you feel? Would you be able to separate your loyalty between your child and your friend? Or would you always choose your son no matter how messy the situation got? That's the real heart of this drama, and that's why fans are debating it so heavily. Because Nell Fletcher flat out told her son Lance that she doesn't owe Destiny anything. She doesn't owe her an explanation. She doesn't owe her protection. She doesn't owe her the inside scoop. And Nell made it very clear that her priority is Lance and that baby, not Destiny's feelings. And let's keep it real, Lance himself is a mama's boy. Everybody sees it. Even Chris Fletcher has said it out loud that Lance depends too much on his mother. There's even a scene coming where Chris sits Lance down man to man and asks him how much longer he's going to depend on his mama for everything. That tells you right there that Lance has always leaned heavily on Nell. And Nell has always been right there, backing him up, protecting him, making sure he's okay. So when Destiny got caught up in this situation, expecting Nell to give her the full rundown or to be on her side, it was never going to happen. Now let me pull you in here with this. Imagine being Destiny, thinking you're building something with Lance, defending him to people online, fighting back against rumors, only to find out the rumors were true and everybody else knew but you. That's a different level of embarrassment. And when she realized Nell wasn't going to come to her defense or spill the tea, that probably stung even more. But here's the catch. Destiny herself admitted that she wasn't tied down to Lance. She was dating around, keeping her options open, having fun, and saying she was grown. So if you're living that way, can you really be that heartbroken about Lance having a baby with someone else? Or was it really about the public embarrassment of being the last one to know? That's what a lot of fans are saying, that Destiny isn't as upset about Lance as she is about how it all played out in the public eye. She had been so loud and bold, clapping back at content creators, saying people were lying, when in reality, they weren't. And when the truth came out, it left her looking like she was in denial the whole time. That's where the embarrassment comes in, and that's why people are saying Nell is right to stand firm. But let's not act like Nell didn't at least try to check in with Destiny. Last season, Nell actually asked Destiny straight up what was going on between her and Lance, and Destiny's response was, "We grown." That was her line. She let Nell know she was dating, having fun, and keeping her options open. So when Nell hears that, she doesn't feel the need to protect Destiny's heart, because Destiny herself is saying it's casual. That right there is why Nell said she could sleep like a baby. Because if someone tells you they're not all in and they're dating other people, then why would you feel the need to warn them or step in? Now, let's flip this back on you. If you were Nell, would you have told Destiny the truth about Lance having a baby on the way? Or would you have left it for your son to tell her? Because fans are really split down the middle on this one. Some are dragging Nell online, saying that as a friend she should have told Destiny and at least advised her son to be honest. Others are defending Nell, saying her only loyalty is to Lance and the baby, and Destiny shouldn't expect anything from her. This is where things really get interesting, because Nell made it clear that she's riding for her son and that grandbaby. She told Lance she doesn't owe Destiny anything, and then she went right into grandmother mode. Stepping up to take care of the baby and be there for Lance, that's what she's focused on. And if you think about it, that's what any mother would probably do, put their child first. Even if it means letting a friendship fall apart. But let's be real, here Destiny and Lance both come with baggage. They've both had messy relationships, kids, divorces, and even run-ins with the law. So this relationship was never going to be simple, was always going to have drama attached to it. And in the end, it looks like Nell decided to protect her son, while Destiny is left to deal with the fallout of being embarrassed publicly. And I have to say this because it's important. The fact that Destiny told Nell she was dating and keeping her